Ladies and gentlemen, this YouTube channel vlog show is of authenticity, inspiration, and realness. It is also about personality, good times, and fun. This is Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. And now, here is your host of the show, Mr. Big Beefy E himself, the elder statesman of Rant and Rave, and Mr. Shenanigans himself, Eric M. Lima. Thank you very much, Mr. Announcer. Once again, welcome to yet another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. This is episode 1013. And we're going to get going here because I want to try to make this quick. I do apologize for short videos, but I want to make sure you upload these videos before I go to bed, before midnight. That way, so I can be a little bit free tomorrow doing more videos. Because if I try to do 5 or 6 videos over a day, it's going to be crazy. So anyways, AEW Collision Rampage Event Center for the 17th of 2023, the final Collision and Rampage before Full Gear. Tony Schiavone interviewed Christian Cage, Nick Wayne, Luchasaurus, and Christian Cage vows to put away his former best friend, Adam Copeland, Sting and Darby Allin. Alexi Nair interviewed Big Bill and Ricky Starks, how they were bragging about the matchup, and now the Fatal 4-Way matchup for the tag titles is now a ladder match for that championship. Maybe the tag team titles will be hung above the ring. It's going to get crazy. Miro went one-on-one with Daniel Garcia, who decided to do his little dance in front of Miro's wife. That's when Miro wants to fight Garcia. A heck of a matchup. Miro. Now Daniel Garcia was about to do his little dance again, but then Matt Menard gets involved, saying no, distracting Garcia. Miro ended up winning that matchup with the game over submission hold. Lexington interviews CJ Perry and Andrade will be taking part in the Continental Classic. And also, it's official that Andrade is managed by CJ Perry. The Kings of the Black Throne in a tag match against the boys, Dalton Castle's boys, and Kings of the Black Throne did win the matchup. A fatal 4-way match will decide the number 1 challenger to Christian Cage's TNT title on Rampage. Trent Beretta, Brian Cage, Commander, and Penta El Zero Miedo. And Trent Beretta ended up winning the matchup. Meanwhile, Lexi Nair interviewed Don Callis and Powerhouse Hobbs about how Powerhouse Hobbs slammed the Big Show and Paul White, I should say, and was disrespecting Paul White, who was doing disrespecting Paul White. And Wardlow made quick work of Evan Daniels, and meanwhile Dax the Axe Harwood to go up against Roosh, and the tag team champions Ricky Starks and Big Bill joined on commentary. They decided to get involved by spearing Roosh, giving Roosh the victory by disqualification over Dax because they attacked Roosh first and not Dax. And then all 4 teams came out to brawl, and there was a huge fight. Lexi Nair interviewed Action Andretti, who was so upset losing to Miro. Roderick Strong and the Kingdom interrupt him, and then Andretti challenges Strong to a matchup. Wheeler Yuta went one-on-one with Buddy Matthews, and Buddy Matthews did win the matchup, but decided to continue attacking Yuta after the matchup, and then Claudio Castagnoli comes out to his aid. And then Claudio Castagnoli set a challenge Buddy Matthews to a match at Full Gear. Buddy Matthews accepted. It'll be on the 0 hour, and I'm predicting that Claudio Castagnoli will beat Buddy Matthews. All 4 members of the House of Black will be involved in the pay-per-view or 0 hour, one way or another. Meanwhile, women's tag team match was the main event, as Hikaru Shida, the women's world champion, and the TBS champ Chris Statlander joined forces with the remaining Outcast members, Ruby Soho and Saraya. Sky Blue was watching on the TV in the back. Angelo Parker was sitting in the crowd at ringside, front row ringside, cheering on Ruby Soho. And that, Ruby Soho and Angelo Parker, that just little distraction caused the Outcast the matchup, as Shida and Statlander ended up winning that matchup. And then to end Collision to kick off Rampage, was the interview with MJF. MJF has vowed to get his belt back and do whatever it takes to take it from Jay White, who is stolen it from him. So Chris Jericho decided to join on commentary, and the TNT title was on the line first. Christian Cage going one-on-one with Trent Beretta. Cage did retain. And Jericho was addressing the Young Bucks as they run down the card for Full Gear. Jericho says he's going to see you kids later tomorrow night. The lovely, the gorgeous, and curvaceous, timeless Toni Storm. I love timeless Toni Storm. Went up against Emi Sakura, and Toni Storm tried to give her a script. Emi Sakura tore it up. These two ladies went at it, and after a short pile driver to Storm Zero, Toni Storm, the timeless one, ended up winning the matchup. By the way, when she jumped on Luther's shoulders, I want that job. Just saying. Renee Paquette interviewed Planet Jarrett and Eddie Kingston, and Eddie Kingston, and it was accusing Jay Lethal of being a coward. He said, "Look at me. You see I see what you can do. You see what I can do. Just leave Planet Jarrett, and wheel me one-on-one." So, and then all of a sudden, Jay Lethal was getting upset and walked away. And as Eddie Kingston says, "We're done," Ortiz just kind of glares at Eddie Kingston. What does that mean all of a sudden? Action Andretti went one-on-one with Roderick Strong, and Roderick Strong didn't end up winning the match despite landing on his head. And then Renee Paquette interviewed Jay White to end Rampage. Yep. And then during the interview, MJF finally attacked White. He got his belt back, but then he tried to escape with it, but then he started clobbering White with the belt, and Juice Robinson attacks MJF. Jay White takes off with the title again. MJF goes fights off Robinson by smashing him with the TV. About the size of this one. Then he goes after Jay White. They all, chase him through the crowd. And then as MJF was attacking Jay White, the Guns came to Jay White's aid, started attacking him. They were beating him up to the point where MJF was holding on to the belt. He still took a beating for it. But then Samoa Joe ends up, they finally got the belt off him. But then Samoa Joe ends up fighting them off. And then Samoa Joe offered his hand in friendship to shake hands. And MJF shook it. If I were MJF, I would say, hey, dude, if I retain my title, you're getting the first shot. That's what I would have told him. I would have no problem, even though scary Samoa Joe can be. I would have no problem facing Samoa Joe. But, be that as it may, that's it, if I was speaking from NJ's perspective. Well, that is it. That's all the time we have on this show. Episode 1013 is complete. And tomorrow we'll do some card sharks after work. And then we got AEW Full Gear. So, until the next episode comes rolling around, Mr. Announcer, sir, please take us home. This concludes today's episode. This is Mr. Lima speaking for Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. A Big Beefy E, do it for Bob Saget Productions, and in association with A Raven Bova Telepictures and Distribution. See you next time on another episode of the show. Goodbye for now.